Once upon a time, in a bustling city, there was a street cat named Whiskers. Whiskers was a scruffy-looking cat with matted fur and a scrawny body, but he had a kind heart and a keen sense of survival. Whiskers lived in the back alleys and dark corners of the city, where he scavenged for scraps of food and hunted for rodents to survive. Despite his tough life, Whiskers was a happy cat. He enjoyed the freedom of living on the streets and was always curious about the world around him. He would often watch the people passing by, wondering where they were going and what they were doing. One day, while Whiskers was out exploring, he heard a loud meowing coming from an abandoned building. He cautiously approached the building and saw a small kitten crying for help. The kitten was dirty and hungry, and Whiskers knew that he had to help. Over the next few days, Whiskers took care of the kitten, bringing her food and keeping her warm. The kitten, who Whiskers named Mittens, quickly became his best friend. They would play together, cuddle up to sleep and explore the streets together. As time passed, Whiskers and Mittens became known as the dynamic duo of the city. They were often seen roaming the streets together, and people would stop to pet them and give them treats. They brought joy to many people's lives, and even though they didn't have a home, they had each other, and that was all that mattered. One day, a kind-hearted woman noticed Whiskers and Mittens and decided to adopt them. She gave them a warm home, plenty of food, and all the love they could ever want. Whiskers and Mittens were overjoyed, and they knew that they would never have to worry about surviving on the streets again. Whiskers and Mittens never forgot their life on the streets, and they continued to roam around the city, visiting their old haunts and saying hello to their old friends. They knew that they were lucky to have found a home, but they never forgot where they came from. And so, Whiskers and Mittens lived happily ever after, with a warm home and all the love they could ever want. But they knew that they would always be street cats at heart, and they would never forget their tough, but happy life on the streets.